everybody. Time to get into it. NBA action on 2K Sports. Two slam dunk champs, Grant Hill and Brent Barry, our analysts tonight. Brian Anderson here. We'll hear from Allie LaForce as well. So let's take a look at the starters for Toronto. Barnes and Pirtle down low at the 4 and 5. At the 2 and 3, it's Brown and Barrett. And it's Quickly in at the 1. And for Brooklyn, Cameron Johnson out there with Anthony Davis. Then there's Johnson. Then it's Cam Thomas. And it's Mitchell in at the point guard position. Outside Barrett. Pass to Barnes. From the arc. Drains the triple.
And coming out swinging and hitting the game's first bucket.
Well, for us, it'll be interesting. Can they keep that kind of pace up all game long?
And you know, Brent, Scotty Barnes does so much for this team. That includes creating for others.
Yeah, I think that's probably the #1 attribute. He's got the length and size to be a defender that can guard 2 through 4, BA, but Scotty's a problem because he can create opportunities and advantage on the offensive end.
Pirtle, pass to Barrett. Barnes with it. Shot clock at 5. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. It's going to be on Anthony Davis. You know, Grant, an underrated area of improvement for Scotty Barnes has been his defense.
You're spot on, BA. I mean, we've seen an elevated intensity from him on that end. Finding more denials, attacking the ball, really proving himself as an effective stopper.
Now here's Quickly. Pass to Pirtle. Outside, Brown. And the 3 off target. And Davis has got the ball here for Brooklyn. And finished off by Davis.
Well, that just happened because of that insane dribble move by that tall drink of water. Breathless display.
About a minute and a half through the first quarter. Now Barrett. There's the 3. Rebound, Anthony Davis.
Looks like the game plan is they're willing to give him that kind of shot. It worked out for them this time, but if they give it to him again, I bet 3 points are coming.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Quickly deciding where to go with it. Oh, and makes it with the kiss.
And how about the handles there from Quickly dancing his way around the defender.
Quickly against Mitchell. Right side Johnson. Lets it go from deep. And he buries his first look.
He just takes advantage of the D in a way that very few players playing today can do.
It's Barnes on the wing. Pass to Brown. Here's Barrett. Fires the 3. Rebound collected by Anthony Davis. Here's Johnson. That's in there. Davis with the assist. Johnson's got 5 points.
Well, we've seen Davis expand his game. You can see it there with the playmaking.
Brooklyn making a switch here. Zubats checked in. Dick, he's checked in for Toronto. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Outside, Brown. Quickly against Mitchell. And he goes in for the dunk.
Woo! Not a lot of resistance from the D.
That's the last guy you want to leave open.
Well, not that wide open. You're given a juicy gift by the defense. You got to sink your teeth into it.
And so Quickly will bring it up for Toronto. 4-point game. There's 1:47 left now in the first quarter. Outside Barnes. Here's Pirtle. Banked it in off the glass.
The defensive effort was lacking a bit, but hey, give him credit for finding a weakness there.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
And it's slammed in by Zubats.
Love to see Zubats attacking the rim, staying involved offensively.
1:20 left in the first. Outside, Brown. Pass to Dick. Outside Barnes. Now here's Brown. Covered by Johnson. Outside Dick. 5 on the clock. Here's Quickly. And all around the rim that time before dropping. Quickly's gotten his second bucket.
Every now and then, Quickly can feel out that mid-range and attack that area.
Mitchell into the lane. Oh, rejected by Pirtle. Shot from the wing. Brown can't hit.
Really lax defense there. He's going to see fewer and fewer chances if he can't bury those kind of jumpers.
There's Davis with the 3. Rebound Toronto. 27 seconds left in the first quarter. Got a piece of it. Here we go. From deep, Mitchell hits the three-pointer. Mitchell's got 5 now.
Yeah, this is why defenses must be right up on Mitchell or he'll burn you off the pass.
Here's Dick. Shoots over Johnson. The bank shot, no good. The shot that time, not on target. Offense is coming free and easy as we wrap up the first. Brooklyn out in front. They're up by 5. Stay with us now as we get set to bring you quarter number 2 after this. Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from Brooklyn.
Oh, what I love was that first quarter was all about leaking out and capitalizing in transition.
It felt like they knew that there were openings in transition and just wanted to try to feed that, get out quick.
We've got Ivica Zubac. Stephen Curry is out there with Halliburton. Then there's Johnson, and it's McHale in at the power forward position. And for Toronto, Davion Mitchell is out there with Grady Dick. Then it's Chris Boucher. Then it's Kelly Olynyk, and it's Barrett in at the 3 slot. Here's Curry. Toronto making their last shot. Halliburton, the pass to Curry. Zubac with a screen on Mitchell. Curry from deep three-point land. That won't go. Misses his first shot of the game. Toronto trails by 3 to the paint. And it's Mitchell, the miss. Barrett against Johnson. Olynyk with some nice D. Here in the second quarter, a little over a minute of play. Mitchell against Curry. Outside Olynyk. Back to Mitchell. 5 to shoot. Goes up at the stripe. Again, the miss by Mitchell. Brooklyn leading by 3. Second quarter, a little over a minute and a half in. Pass to Halliburton. Here's McHale. Halliburton on the wing. Guarded by Olynyk. Another shot. And count that. 2 points and a chance for one more at the line.
Tenacious play by Halliburton, crashing into a foul and still sinking that shot.
Brooklyn shooting their first free throw this game. Johnson, he's checked in for Brooklyn. Thomas comes in for Stephen Curry. And the free throw, no good. Toronto trails by 5. Things just don't seem to be clicking for them offensively.
Yeah, they really need to find a way to get back on track.
And that one's good. Mitchell.
When they get their opportunity to punch it inside, they don't hesitate.
Now here's Thomas. Here's Zubac. And it's slammed in by Zubac.
Zubac does a great job of sniffing out offensive rebounds and beats his guy to the spot.
Here's Quickly. All right, for those just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second. Takes the 3. Brooklyn pulls it in. Zubac has got 5 rebounds tonight. Thomas passes to Johnson. Back to Thomas. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Well, known as a great scorer, Johnson a willing passer, multiple seasons in his career averaging around 6 assists per game.
And Darko Rajakovic has called a timeout. Coach wants to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. Scotty Barnes checked in for Toronto. Brown comes in for Mitchell.
Way to go, everyone. Let's hear it for you.
And we're just over 2.5 minutes into the second. Outside, Brown. Pass to Abaji. Now here's Barnes. And here's Quickly. 6 to shoot. Takes a 3. It's rebounded by McHale. Brooklyn leading by 7. Here's Thomas, defended by Brown. And Thomas gets it to go on the assist by Johnson. Thomas has got 8 points.
And just executing at a high level. I mean, taking what the defense allows and putting in the work.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores.
Now here's Pirtle. They can't stop the run with that one. From 8 feet away, Thomas, that's good. And now a 12-point Brooklyn lead.
Oh, what a crafty move, causing the defender to pause right there.
Left side, Barnes. Pass to Quickly. Brown with it. Quickly outside. No one near him. It's rebounded by Zubac. Zubac has got his 7th rebound here tonight. Thomas passes to Zubac. And it's slammed in by Zubac.
I'll tell you, he is so tough to keep down once he gets near that rim.
Yeah, he can get up even a few notches higher. And timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. He's going to talk it over with his guys.
Trying anything now to get them out of this slump.
Well, they can't find the net right now, and all they need, I think, is just to get one to go and get back on track.
Both teams will make substitutions.
And let them hear you. All right, fans. Please attention. Come on. Let me hear you. All right.
On the wing quickly. Check by Mitchell.
Give it up.
Pass to Brown. And here is Barrett. Let's go with a 3. And again, Toronto, no good.
They are really struggling to stop this run.
Frustration seems to be mounting here, and you can see not just in their faces, but right now in their quick and hurried shot selection.
They've been very well-rounded and extremely focused.
The coaching staff probably most proud of the effort of this team on both ends of the floor here tonight.
Outside Barrett. Misses, and the dry spell continues. And so it's Brooklyn, leading by 17 at the end of the period. They've done well to disrupt the opposition, playing inspired defense. We'll be right back. And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly in the second. We've seen Cam Thomas really having a great game.
Can they come up with an answer for him coming out of the half? They have to change something defensively.
They're just way too easy out there, and I'm sure Coach is going to make that a priority at halftime.
And here's Mitchell. He'll bring it up for Brooklyn. Cam Thomas out there with Donovan Mitchell. Then it's Anthony Davis. Then it's Cameron Johnson. And it's Johnson in at the 3 spot. And for the Raptors, Barrett is the 3. Barnes will play the 4. Bruce Brown is out there with Emmanuel Quickly. And it's Pirtle in at the 5 down low. Brent, we've seen Quickly step up as a team leader since he came into the league.
Well, he's had tremendous confidence in what it is that he brings to a basketball team from the very beginning. It's taken him a little bit of time to gain that in the NBA setting, but he is now asserting himself as a floor general. Outstanding job by AD to get close to the basket, get the ball in great position, and force the defense to resort to fouling him.
Both free throws good from Davis. Despite entering his 30s, Anthony Davis is not slowing down, Grant.
Yeah, B.A. And last year, AD put up the best rebounding numbers of his career. And his shooting percentage also very high. And just watching him, Davis is still an all-NBA caliber player, capable of taking over on both ends.
The three, Barrett, that's in. Coming off an assist from Barnes. Barrett's gotten himself going with a triple, his first basket of the game. Here's Thomas. Ooh, coming through again, shooting 5 for 7 now.
A great move. I mean, the defense has no response.
Well, just ripping through right there as he finds the open spot and gets right through there. High basketball IQ play.
Now here's Quickly. Back to Barnes. Quickly outside. Just 5 to shoot. Lets it fly. And misses it off the right side of the rim. Brooklyn leading by 16. Here's Johnson. And there's the call on Scotty Barnes. That's his first foul.
These calls can be so difficult for officials to make.
Third quarter here, over a minute and a half into it. Toronto trails by 16. Outside Barrett to the middle. Oh, and a vicious dunk by Barnes.
Now, there are only a few players who can hit a teammate like that in stride. Beautiful assist.
And then Davis slams it in!
What a throwdown by AD. He really rocks the rim with that one.
On the night, he's 2 for 2 at the stripe. That free throw good from Davis. And so here is Toronto. And Darko Rajakovic has called a timeout. He wants a few moments to regroup with his players.
Oh my, their coach does not look happy, and I can guess why. Their interior defense has been struggling.
No, they're not preventing them from scoring, and if you can get to a high efficiency shot on the floor, and that's the paint, you just keep going.
Barnes, no good. Brooklyn leading by 17. And finished off by Davis.
Tenacious on the inside. Davis great at getting interior positioning and then capitalizing.
Davis has gone 3 of 5 from the field. Outside, Brown. Outside, Barnes. Launches a 3. Gets the 3 to fall. Barnes has got 5 points now in the quarter.
Too much space on the perimeter. There needs to be a little more energy from the defense.
Here's Mitchell. Right side, Davis. Good chance here for Thomas. That's in there. Davis with the assist. Davis has got 4 assists in the game. Toronto trails by 18. Quickly outside. Outside Barnes. Johnson against Barrett. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Pirtle. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass.
Sometimes you like to see guys go with the bounce pass, threading it through there perfectly.
Johnson finds Davis. Fades and shoots. Rebound Toronto. Thomas with a steal. And here's the fast break. And Davis slams it home.
And when AD takes off from the ground for alley-oops like this one, it really demoralizes the opponent.
Second half here, and we're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Outside, Brown. Barrett against Johnson. Shot is good by Barrett. Barrett's got 5.
That kind of looks like a predictable shot, one that they want. The defense has to prevent the ball from getting into that sweet spot.
This is something Mitchell is only getting better at, finding ways to get his guys good shots.
And so here is Toronto, following the bucket by Brooklyn. Outside Barrett. Davis with a rebound. Davis has got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Outside Johnson. Outside for Mitchell. Here's Thomas for three. That one's good. Mitchell making the play. Mitchell's got his 5th assist in this one. Now here's Quickly. Driving in. The shot off that time. Excellent D there from Davis. Thomas passes to Johnson. Here's Mitchell. Oh, and Mitchell powers it home.
Oh, guys. I mean, this crowd is in awe of that Mitchell dunk. Heck, I'm in awe, too.
And again, Toronto, no good. From deep, Johnson. Oh, it would have counted had it fallen, but it is offline. And as we conclude the third, pretty much a blowout here. It's been a one-sided affair. Brooklyn out in front, just dominating this one. Don't go anywhere. The final quarter is coming up next on 2K Sports. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm Assist of the Game.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
The coaches talk about it all the time, but to be able to play with that kind of feel, nice play, collaborating, improvising, and organic.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. They've got Johnson. Stephen Curry is out there with Cameron Thomas. Then there's Ivica Zubac. And it's McHale in at the 4-man position. No good on the second free throw. Brooklyn leading by 22. Down low. Here's Zubac. Johnson finds Thomas. From downtown, count that one. He's 8 for 10 from the field now.
Just incredible. I mean, he's really making it rain out there, knocking them down one after another.
Kind of like he's in his living room right now. He's found a comfort zone. Once he gets that, the defense knows they're in trouble.
And he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
And that was just moving the ball quickly. And he's rewarded at the end with a high percentage look.
Yeah, the defense trying to do their best to slow him down. But when he gets room like that, you got to look out.
Now here's Mitchell. Pass to Dick. The floater. It's tipped.
Terrific defense from Zubac. His team relies on him to help alter shots.
And it's slammed in by Zubac.
B.A., the one-hand dunk just looks so fluid.
Yeah, absolutely. Even smooth when he's powering it home like that. Zubac against Olynyk. Outside Dick. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Outside Mitchell. It's good from about 19 feet.
Dick.
They've got a commanding lead.
It just seems like everything is going their way.
Pass to McHale from deep three-point range. Rebound by Olynyk. Well, the defender's stopping the developing fast break. That looks like a transition take foul. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for Brooklyn.
I mean, they've played some beautiful basketball all game. The passing has been impressive, and it's opened up things with their ball movement.
Now, something else that has stood out is their up-tempo offense. I mean, these guys have been on the track all game long. They're creating high-percentage looks, getting out there on the fast break.
James is checked in for Brooklyn. Halliburton comes in for Thomas. The three from Quickly. Fires in the triple.
Sweet shooting touch from the confident guard. Quickly's role is to score as often as possible.
Halliburton for three. Rebound Toronto. And here's Brown for three. Brooklyn pulls it in. Zubac has got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. And here's Curry for three. And the three-pointer goes. Curry's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Barnes goes in. Oh, he powers right through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul, too. And he'll go to the line. It's going to be on even to Zubac. Toronto making a switch here. Pirtle's checked in. And Brooklyn with possession here. He buries it from three.
And Curry doing it again. One of the quickest releases we've ever seen.
A minute 53 left to play in the fourth. The three from Quickly. Brooklyn pulls it in. Zubac has got double-digit rebounds now in the game. And a deep three from Curry. Wasted no time with that shot, but it's off the mark. And Barrett has got the ball here for Toronto. There's the triple. LeBron with the rebound. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. He gets it in there.
Assertive move by LBJ, just taking what he wants inside.
Outside Barrett. Pass to Barnes. Here's Quickly. Pirtle with a screen on Curry. Here's Quickly. It's rebounded by Zubac. Boy, this offense has been dynamic and diversified.
Just everyone sharing the ball and sharing the load makes you difficult to defend. Showing us that killer instinct right now. No letting the foot off the gas for them.
Yeah, up until that point, a competitive game, but once they broke through that barrier, it was all them. Complete control.
Here's Barnes. Following the bucket by Brooklyn. Nails it from three.
Like how selfless Quickly was on that play, just creating team offense.
James with the ball. Now guarded by Barrett. Halliburton. The shot's good on the assist by James.
Always fun to look at. Not tremendously efficient, but the floater. Boy, those sure are pretty.
Outside, Brown. Oh, trying his luck from deep. Brooklyn pulls it in. Halliburton surveys the floor. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. Out of bounds. It'll be Toronto's ball.
Miscommunication oftentimes leads to turnovers. That's something they'll want to discuss.
Barrett passes to Barnes. To the middle. James against Barrett. Can't get it to fall. And a deep three from Curry. Can't connect from long distance.
Would you say testing the limits of his range there?
Well, I thought they played smart, and then all of a sudden it was maybe a little too flashy there, and that's unfortunate.
So we see Brooklyn get the win here. Boy, they were something special to watch tonight, and the crowd loving every second of it.
It's always a great feeling when you play this well for your fans. This team really showed what it's capable of.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Allie LaForce, Brent Barry, Grant Hill, and our entire 2K Sports crew, this is Brian Anderson signing off. And as we leave you, here's a look at our player of the game, Cam Thomas.
The NBA on 2K Sports welcomes you to Wednesday afternoon basketball. Moments away, it'll be Brooklyn going up against the 76ers. Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, and our sideline reporter is David Aldridge. Here are the starters for Brooklyn. We've got Cam Thomas. Anthony Davis is out there with Johnson. Then it's Mitchell, and it's Johnson in at the 3 spot. And for Philadelphia, running the wings, it's Oubre and George. Inside for him, it's Martin next to Embiid. And it's Maxey in at the 5. Here we go. So Brooklyn will get the first possession. Johnson outside from past the arc. And Embiid pulls it down. Here's Maxey. And it's off from three-point range. We've seen Tyrese Maxey and his game go to another level. Clark, what makes him a top-level scorer in your opinion?
Kevin, there are a couple of things that really stand out. His sheer speed with the ball is remarkable. His fearlessness and confidence, every great scorer has that. And then his ability to knock down the three-point shot off the catch or off the dribble gives him an added step of quickness when he's taking it to the rack. And all of that makes him a dynamic scorer.
Brooklyn with the ball. Thomas dishes to Davis. Oubre with the steal. Maxey with it, picked up by Davis. Johnson with the block. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Johnson. A sensational block that definitely deserves another look.
A defensive play like that early in the game can go a long way. Establishes an attitude that you want to have during the game.
Oubre bounce pass. Martin the pass to George. 6 to shoot. Here's Embiid. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. That one on Davis.
Well, I tell you, it's pretty obvious. Embiid takes pride in and enjoys tricking his defenders and getting them to jump on the pump fake.
And he's good on the second.
And you know, guys, with Embiid on the floor, it's not just about his individual play. He changes everything for everyone on that team. That's how dominant he is. It's not just statistics. His presence alone propels them.
Here's Maxey. Following the basket by Donovan Mitchell. Embiid sets the pick for Maxey. The 76ers again can't hit it. Brooklyn with the ball. Here's Thomas. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. This is his first free throw of the game. And he knocks down the first one. And he makes both free throws.
He's as solid as it gets from the line. I mean, give him the opportunity. He's cashing in on those.
Now Maxey. Embiid kicks to Oubre. From deep, George. Good on the triple.
Nice rhythm to that play right there, and George was ready to fire.
Maxey against Mitchell. From deep, Thomas. Good, and it's Mitchell picking up the assist. Thomas got 5 points so far.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now here is Martin. Right side Maxey. And slam dunk by Maxey.
Maxey taking up that airspace, doing a nice job just bouncing off the floor there.
Mitchell finds Davis. Fires from deep. Johnson can't get it to go. Up top Maxey. Covered by Mitchell. And here's George for 3. Great D that time from Johnson. And so it's Mitchell who brings up the ball for Brooklyn. Embiid with the steal. Maxey against Mitchell. Down low. And there's Martin. That's good on the assist by Maxey.
Always able to see the complete floor. Maxey, great vision.
And here's Johnson outside. Rebound by the 76ers.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
And slam dunk by Maxey.
Puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, G.A. He really does put pressure on him.
And you know, guys, showing how dynamic a weapon he is for this offense, they feed off of that energy and ability to make plays. It gets them going.
And Philadelphia has possession. After the basket by Brooklyn, Maxey passes to Oubre, and easy 2 points on the layup.
Crafty at cashing in from there. Oubre Jr. enjoys working on his interior game when given the opportunity.
And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn. And Philadelphia will go for a different look here. Drummond's checked in for Embiid. Martin comes in for Caleb Martin. Gordon's checked in for George. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Oubre. And then for Brooklyn, Zubac is checked in for Anthony Davis. McHale comes in for Cameron Thomas. And Curry subbed in for Donovan Mitchell. Jackson against Johnson. Jackson down low. Great D that time from Johnson. Curry kicks to Zubac. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Zubac a screen on Jackson. Johnson wide open. He fires. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
Boy, Joe Johnson solid from behind the arc. Love when he's shooting it from there.
Pass to Martin. Here's Jackson. And McHale pulls it down.
Not pretty. You just got to shake off a miss like that.
Outside for Curry from downtown. Rebound Andre Drummond. Gordon deciding where to go with it. Maxey in the corner. He was all alone on that one. Maxey's got 6 points.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
The first quarter all wrapped up, and it's been an exciting game so far. Brooklyn ahead, up by 1. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for Brooklyn.
Absolutely dialed in from beyond the arc so far in this one. The defense is surrendering the long-range shot here early on.
They've also displayed a real unselfishness as a team, moving the basketball well, sharing the rock, and giving everybody a chance to participate in the offense.
And Brooklyn, looking who they've got. Tyrese Halliburton is out there with Curry. Then there's Kevin McHale. Then there's Johnson. And it's Zubac in at the center, locking down the middle. Hands it from downtown. Johnson's got his second basket of the game.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an inch.
Yeah, and the lead has changed hands, and it just hasn't stayed in those hands very long when it's changed. Back and forth we go.
Got a piece of it. Halliburton outside. McHale finds Halliburton. That one falls. Coming off McHale's feet. Halliburton's got the lead up to 5 now for Brooklyn. Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. Gordon inside. Covered by Johnson. Shoots the 3. And Gordon hits from deep.
Good quickness on the catch and shoot. Gordon giving the defense no time to react off the pass.
Johnson in the corner. Outside Curry. There's the 3. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Some changes for Philadelphia. Martin comes in for Martin. And Oubre subbed in for Kyle Lowry. And then for Brooklyn, Cameron Johnson's checked in for McHale. And Thomas subbed in for Halliburton. And we will have a timeout called by Nick Nurse. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team.
Fans, please give a big round of applause for your dance team. All right, fans, your dance team. Make noise.
and we're a little over a minute and a half into the second quarter of action. Oubre dishes to Jackson. Back to Martin. The shot, no good. Excellent defense there from Zubac. Here's Thomas on the wing. Johnson fires the three. Thomas, no luck. Philadelphia trails by 5. Oubre outside. Inside. And now here's Johnson, the fast break chance. And that one is good from Zubac.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
Outside Gordon. Embiid, the pass to Gordon. Back to Embiid. 6 on the shot clock. That one's off. He's now 1 for 2. And here's Brooklyn. They're on an 11-3 run. Curry with it. Now defended by Embiid. Johnson kicks to Thomas. No good off the front iron. And Philadelphia has possession. 7-point differential. Gordon, the pass to Embiid. Assertive move by Embiid.
Hey, go to that whenever you can. I mean, Embiid has a huge advantage in size and skill.
On the 76ers with some changes. Andre Drummond's checked in for Embiid. George comes in for Gordon. And Maxey subbed in for Reggie Jackson. Kevin McHale, he checked in for Brooklyn. Donovan Mitchell comes in for Curry. From deep, Johnson. Rebound by the 76ers.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Special K, you've seen Tyrese Halliburton a lot. He's as good as anyone in this league offensively. What does he do best?
I think his best basketball attribute is probably his passing, his vision, the way he can set other people up. But the intangible that makes him, he's a Pied Piper. He is a galvanizer. Guys love being around his energy and the way he plays. So not only does he play with great confidence, I think he infuses in his teammates a joy and a confidence that lifts them up too.
Here's Martin. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
No question he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
Philadelphia shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game. And so he's able to get 1 of 2. Brooklyn leading by 3. Johnson finds Zubac. Back to Johnson. 56 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Thomas passes to Mitchell. That's in there. Thomas with the assist. Mitchell's got 5 now.
And Mitchell is a confident scorer, including from downtown.
And the foul called on Donovan Mitchell. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. And this is his 2nd trip to the line in the game.
At the line for your home team.
Maxey hits them both.
You know, one of the things you really appreciate about Maxey is how freely he plays. He just throws himself in there, fearless about looking for ways to get involved in the play and then make an impact.
And so it's Oubre with it. He brings it up for Philadelphia. Trailing by 4. Maxey kicks to George. Another miss by Philadelphia. And here's Brooklyn. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Thomas passes to Mitchell. Cranes it from beyond the arc. Mitchell's got the lead up to 7 now for Brooklyn.
And got rid of it promptly. Mitchell wasting no time.
And slam dunk by Maxey.
Oh, that's a major league throwdown.
Keeps a tight grip on that rim, too, after the finish.
Maybe that'll help them recapture their edge a little bit, guys.
Johnson for 3. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
How about that? Just a perfect finish to the half as they tack on another 3 to their lead.
And so it's Brooklyn holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. Their shooting has been the big key. Their percentage from the field so far has been terrific. We'll return shortly.
Fans, please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the fan half-court shot from three. They're measuring up that shot. Let's hear it for the participants.
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. You look at Tyrese Maxey in this one, guys. He has been everywhere.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, you know what, guys? They gave him too many free runs to the hoop in the first half. I think they've got to be a lot tougher on him. Body him up. Be physical with him.
Philadelphia trails by 8. And there's the foul. It's on Cameron Johnson. That is his first foul of the game.
That's his first personal foul. First team foul.
Maxey and Oubre, they have the guard duties. George in the front court alongside Martin. And it's Embiid in at the 5, down low. That's Nick Nurse's 5 as we get into the second half. Thomas. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Oubre up top. Pass to Embiid. Maxey looking it over. High post, Embiid. Davis is there. Embiid, no good. Brooklyn leading by 6. Here's Thomas. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. Thomas got 9.
Great feed from Davis, a big guy with nice vision.
Outside, George. Hits the target from 18 feet.
And that's definitely a shot that he has in his arsenal.
Brooklyn with the ball. Greg, as you were saying, beyond the blocks, what makes Anthony Davis special on defense is the way he navigates the floor.
Kevin, most bigs can get picked on in pick-and-roll action. Davis, though, too quick and smart to take advantage of. He can slip screens, hedge, switch, and recover like he's a 3-and-D wing.
5 to shoot. Here's Maxey. Makes that one his 6th of the night. Shooting a very healthy 6 for 9.
Tyrese Maxey, a really talented and explosive scorer. He can fill it up in a hurry.
And then Mitchell with the dunk.
Oh, he just punches that one down with a fury.
And he rubs it in a little deeper with the hanging finish.
Guys, they're not backing off at all, are they?
And we will have a timeout called by Nick Nurse. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guy. And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. And George kicks to Maxey. Off target with the open look. Brooklyn leading by 6. Outside Thomas. And Thomas with the stuff.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, G.A. The lead is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
Outside, Martin. Thomas against Oubre. Outside, Maxey. Shot clock at 6. And there's the big-time jam as he slams it right over Davis.
Wow, the athleticism of Maxey, impressive.
And Brooklyn has possession. 6-point lead. Johnson, good, and it's Mitchell picking up the assist. Mitchell's got 3 assists in the game. George against Johnson, takes a 3. Brooklyn with the rebound. Mitchell outside. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. And it's Oubre off the drive and finished off by Oubre.
A powerful finisher, Oubre Jr. You deserve to get tucked on when you let him get inside.
Johnson surveying the floor. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Johnson's got the lead up to 8 now for Brooklyn.
He could have walked to the basket.
Outside, Martin. He's looking for Embiid and finds him. That one drops for him.
And bullseye with that assist. Nice delivery there in traffic.
Johnson outside. Davis inside. Embiid's there. Outside for Thomas. Pass to Johnson. Now here's Davis. And it's Davis with the jam.
High above the rim. Not many guys have that kind of length and verticality. I mean, Davis, one of the very few.
Here's Maxey. Sweet little floater. Maxey's got 8 points here in this quarter.
And it's all about the release when you shoot the floater.
Outside, Davis. Pass to Thomas. And here is Johnson over George. It's Thomas outside. It's hauled in by George. Up top, Maxey. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Oubre can't get it to go. Brooklyn leading by 6. Davis finds Thomas. And that one falls coming off of Davis's feed. Thomas got 14 points. Outside, Maxey. It's stolen by Davis. He can't hit that time. And so it's Brooklyn. Ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. And we've got more M2K Sports coming your way after this break. The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. Here's Curry. So for Brooklyn now, they've got Cameron Johnson. Kevin McHale out there with Ivica Zubac. Then there's Cam Thomas. And it's Curry in at the 1.
Hey, inside Curry has all the tricks. Floaters, scoop shots, fallaways, left hand, right hand. However he has to do it, he will.
Embiid inside. Zubac's defending. Embiid against Zubac. Embiid, no good. Brooklyn leading by 11. Here's Thomas, and then Thomas with the jam.
And how about breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk?
A nice way to pad that lead a little more. You're right.
Yes, indeedy. Well done.
With the crossover, and it's laid in by Lowry.
Relentless is a word to describe Lowry. He is a wrecking ball of a guard.
Jackson against Thomas. Outside Curry. Here's the 3. And they get it back. Johnson from outside. And it's Kyle Lowry with the rebound.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Here's Jackson. Count the bucket. And he's got a free throw coming up as well.
And what a take by Jackson. And he's almost automatic at the line. So you might as well add that next one.
Kelly Oubre's checked in for Philadelphia. Davis is checked in for Brooklyn. And that one misses. Well, there's no question, and he welcomes this, that Anthony Davis shoulders a heavy load on the defensive end.
And he should, and he does. I mean, he's a true anchor. He protects the rim. He can guard out on the perimeter. He communicates well. He's got an excellent basketball IQ. And he's a guy that can cover up a lot of mistakes from his teammates.
And we will have a timeout called by Nick Nurse. There was no hesitating. He wants to talk to the team right now. And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, D.A.?
Kevin, I was able to listen in on what Nick Nurse told his team. Now, Coach challenged him. He said, this goes beyond this game. Show me how much heart you have for the season. Fight until the final buzzer. Guys, back to you.
Thanks, David. Pass to Zubac. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. And Davis puts it in.
The big fella spotting up, and AD more than capable of knocking it down.
Outside Jackson. Quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Poke loose. It's stolen by Curry. And now Curry running the floor all by himself. And they pick up 2. And it's a 10-point Brooklyn lead. And let's get your take, guys, on the hustle stats for Brooklyn.
I like their defense tonight, and we don't talk about that side of the ball enough. You can really change a game when you get a bunch of steals and get out in transition.
You know something else, guys? You know, they came out of that tunnel sprinting in a full stride sprint. That translated to the floor and lots of success in the fast break game.
Thomas kicks to Davis. It's Curry outside. No good there. And it's Gordon with the ball. He brings it up for the 76ers. Pass to Embiid. Brooklyn with the rebound. Davis has got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. Thomas outside. Good for another basket. He's put up 10 shots and made 7 of them.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
Here's what Philadelphia's going with right now. Kayla Martin's checked in for Kenyon Martin. George comes in for Gordon. And Maxey subbed in for Reggie Jackson. And then for Brooklyn, Johnson comes in for Ivica Zubac. And it's Mitchell in for Curry. Here's Maxey. Drives to the hoop.
Boy, I like it. Quick, aggressive move by Maxey.
Brooklyn leading by 11. Beyond the arc. Johnson's shot is off.
And, you know, he's a threat from deep, no doubt about it, but it just has not been there for him tonight. You might want to change your game plan a little bit offensively.
Maxey, no good. Davis against Embiid. Mitchell kicks to Johnson. Outside Thomas. Shoots over Oubre. And off the prior, and in it goes. Thomas got the lead up to 13 now for Brooklyn. Mitchell against Maxey. Another miss by Maxey. Thomas passes to Davis. Oubre with the steal. Pass to Maxey. From deep. Another miss by Maxey. Thomas with it. Maxey covering. Johnson outside. Johnson against Martin. Shot by Johnson, no good. Oubre outside. Rebound, Brooklyn. Johnson with it. Here's Thomas, and he banks in the layup. And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win, but one they'll feel very good about.
And let's face it, anytime you can go on the road and win in the fashion they did, you have to feel good about it. Really an outstanding effort all the way around.
And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. And as we leave you, we give you our player of the game, Cam Thomas.